Good Saturday morning to you. Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with the latest edition of the Hokey video blog. We are 5 days away from the first day of spring, and we are still talking about snow. Can you believe it? Oh, I can't either. But we've got 60s in the forecast at least. So there's some good, there's some bad, there's some give and some take. You'll see that here coming up in just a few moments. Let's get you outside right now on the Storm Tracker 3D radar. Clean sweep this morning. You see some of those returns on the infrared satellite view in eastern Kentucky. Some of the clouds that accompanied last night's cold front still hanging around there, as well as East Tennessee. Pretty quiet across the eastern half of the nation, save for some snow up there in Maine. What we're going to be watching are two areas really of concern. One down here in Texas, you see those clouds, and then a disturbance up here in Montana into the Dakotas. These two are going to merge and then sweep right on in through the Tennessee Valley and eventually through the Ohio Valley as we go throughout tomorrow. For today, though, we'll be seeing high temperatures in the 60s. We're looking for a high of 63 degrees, and really, I think we could go higher than that based on some of the latest data that we're getting in here. So it's going to be a very nice day, plenty of sunshine. Get out there and enjoy the St. Patrick's Parade in the Highlands and any one of the great events that we have going on across the area. All right. Futurecast. Let's get you through tomorrow because that's when our active weather day comes about. We start you off at 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe you're leaving for church. You'll leave dry, all right? That's not going to be the problem. It's going to be when you're coming back from church. It's when you'll get wet. We'll start off with a bit of rain. Eventually, that switches over to the possibility of some sleet and some freezing rain. You see that there in the pink as we go throughout your Sunday afternoon. And then that switches over to snow as we head throughout 9 o'clock, probably before that even, on your Sunday. It's all associated with that area of low pressure that you see because of those two merged systems down there across northeast Mississippi, and then it eventually scoots on into the Carolinas and Virginia by early Monday morning. I think the Monday morning commute, believe it or not, is going to be largely okay because we'll have the snow out of here. It'll have time for road crews to get to it, because I think the snow will be ending maybe 1, 2 o'clock on your Monday morning. Morning rush doesn't start really till 6 or 7, so you've got a bit of a leeway there. That's some good news there. The clouds clear out eventually as we head throughout your Monday afternoon. For a system that's 36 hours out, there's still quite a bit of uncertainty here. Latest data is pointing out that we may have, maybe a snow band to our south, to our north. We'll see. I'll show you that in just a second. In terms of road impacts, so it looks like Sunday evening, Monday morning, that's going to be the time frame when we do see the roads deteriorate somewhat. All right, we're going to have a warm road from today, though, because we're going to get up to 63, and that's going to warm things up considerably, and we're going to carry that through as we go throughout tomorrow. So I think the roads will be okay for at least the first half of this event, then things may deteriorate a little bit. I don't think this is going to be a huge deal, though. A very low-impact situation thanks to the low amount of precipitation that we'll see, some warm air working in as we go throughout today and early tomorrow. Eventually that drops, but then we don't even have a lot of great cold air to work with aloft as well. So just a lot of things against this. And plus, it's March. You got the higher sun angle. If this were January, February, I think we'd be more concerned about this. Let's show you the model data. This is not my forecast, but this is what the models are putting out, raw data. This is the 6Z GFS. Just saw it out there on the set during sunrise, and yeah, it's going to the north with this snow band, and really, I think this might be what happens. We've got that heavier snow band across Orange County on over to Jefferson County, Indiana. Don't pay so much attention to the amounts, though. I think it's overdoing the amounts. Cut those in half, and I think we've got somewhere between a 2 or 3 inch accumulation ordeal. I think the 3 inch amounts would be isolated, the 2 inch amounts more common, pretty much from Louisville northward as we go throughout late Sunday, early morning. So that's the GFS. The next one up in line is the NAM, which has gone south. And you can see there it's got slightly lighter snow accumulations just to the south of Louisville, pretty much from 64 southward. So we've got two solutions now, 64 northward, 64 southward. And then let's just throw in the RPM for fun because it doesn't have any snow at all. All right, it's kind of out to lunch on this system. It takes the snow band pretty much well to our east, Richmond, southeast of Lexington, and even then, not much snow. I don't think it's handling this system very well. It doesn't have a good grip on reality at this point, and we've seen that throughout the past systems as well. So I think this is going to be a battle between the warm air, the cold air, and certainly where this snow band sets up. My forecast at this point goes with the more northerly solution. It's going to be from Louisville northward where we see this snow band, maybe a couple inches of snow out of this, not a big deal. This is going to largely accumulate on the elevated surfaces and grassy areas. The roads should be okay for most of this, may see a bit of deterioration as we head into the evening. To our south, a lot of sleet possible down there. It's not going to be a sleet storm or an ice storm or anything like that, but I think a lot of this is going to fall as sleet thanks to the warm air working in aloft. We'll have a lot of cold air near the surface to work with those, so that'll partially melt the snowflakes aloft, then refreeze those into ice pellets or sleet as we head throughout Sunday night or so. So this is going to be a complicated system to work with. There are still many unknowns even at this short time frame into the event, but we'll keep you updated here with the Wave 3 News storm tracking team. This has big bust potential, as Brian said last night, and I fully agree with that just because of the time of year we're in, the marginal amount of cold air we're working with, and the speed of this system. It's going to move through in a jiffy, and we'll get temperatures back into the 40s by Monday afternoon, and we're back into the 60s by Tuesday, so this isn't going to be a big Arctic blast or anything, just a little bit of a headache as we go throughout the latter part of your weekend into early next week. Of course, we'll have more coverage today. Watch Wave 3 News at 6, and I'll be back here on Sunrise tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock in the morning. Until then, enjoy today. Get out to the parade if you can, and enjoy those 60-degree temperatures. For now, I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke.